So first of all, we are going to just tune in and get present. And then we'll take a little bit of oil. We're using we're just using sweet almond oil, but actually I prefer coconut oil for Indian head. And we're going to do heart-shaped effleurages. So depending on the height of your client and the height of the chair will determine. I'd probably like to get a little bit lower, even to here. Heart shapes. And then figure of 8. Okay, for the sake of the video, I am going to move a little bit quicker. Thumb circles either side of the spine. You would do this twice, but I'm just going to show you one round. Make sure that you're definitely working in the intervertebral spaces of the spine. And from here you would sweep down to do another round. Okay, move a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to stand and come to the left side and I'm going to do kneading. Lots of it. Then heel of the hand, push away, and then come round the deltoid. Heel of the hand, you might want to come round this, can you see round this way as well? Heel of the hand, heel of the hand round the deltoid. And then coming to the side, I'm going to slide on with my elbow, with my forearm first of all, and then I might get in with my elbow. So I'm using the ulnar edge, and then if needed you can bring your elbow in there. So I don't really count this, I use my intuition to feel how it's going. And then pinch lift, nice strong pinching, and then a faster pluck. Trigger point, step to the side. 1, 2. Gallbladder 21 in the middle here is contraindicated during pregnancy. 3. Trapezius pull. Left hand relaxes and now the right knuckling down the rhomboid. So the rhomboid goes between the spine and the scapula. It's this space here. And I'm doing knuckling and I'm undulating the knuckling. And then I'm going to use the heel of the hand to sweep down the rhomboid and then coming round. Sweep down the rhomboid to come round. Thumb lift, 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 lift. And shake it, a little friction. And then I'd come with one move, I'm going to move on, but you would do the whole thing the other side. So kneading, heel of the hand, forearm, pinch lift, plucking, trigger points, trapezius pull, rhomboids, okay? And then I'm going to do the percussive technique. So here, this is T-thumb circle, just working in the T area, so trapezius and rhomboid. And then we're going to go into, we can do pounding, floppy wrists, cupping. Make sure you've got a nice cup and not a slap, cups. Hacking, only in the trapezius area, so not over the bone. Plucking and champy. Champy up the neck. Cross over. Champy up the neck. Little figure of 8 for an effleurage. Double palm squeeze down the arms. So we can keep it going. I'm just going to show you an arm. I would usually go to the left, but it'll be easier for me to demo here. Bringing an arm down, shake it, keep your hands supporting underneath. Do that again, shake it. And then support at the wrist and a nice juicy squeeze along the triceps. You do that twice, and then along the biceps, and you do that twice. Okay. Nice just gesture of doing the arms. Okay, I'm just stop there. Okay, so supporting with my hand at the front of the forehead. I'm going to do this left side first, the scalene, splenius capitis and levator scapula. So my hand's nice and relaxed, standing at the side. My fingers are relaxed and it's the thumb that's doing the work away from the spine. So over on the left side here, the circle is actually anti-clockwise. Your neck's really tight, Courtney. Okay. And then we're going to do the occipital points where we slide right up into the occipital ridge and we're going to press, press, press along the occipital ridge. And I would leave these out. If someone ticks that they are epileptic, I would leave these points out, just along the occipital ridge. I need to bring my thumb out each time to jump so I don't drag the hair. Then I'm going to come and do lines of a caterpillar. If you can't, if your thumb won't do caterpillar, just do point, point, point and point. So it's just another emphasis of working along the neck. You can do some more circles if you wish, especially if the neck's tight, and then use a soaring friction rub. And then I would come to the other side, so I'll just show you very, very quickly. Sorry to be in front of you there. And then I would come do circles. Circles, oh, this side is away from the spine. It's clockwise, going up, occipital points, like that, caterpillar. And the caterpillar can come down, I would say 3, 4, even, there's 5. Because no lower than this, because we've done here. So it's just this area here. Okay, let's move on to the face. Either, if it feels more natural here for your efforage, do that. Sweeping across the nose. So it's like a prayer position and you come across the forehead. Or you could start at the forehead, come across. So make sure you've got the support behind the neck so you're not hyperextending the cervical vertebrae. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is points. These are the pressure points. Point, 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 point. Middle of the brow, point, point, middle of the forehead rather. Now, centre of the brow, third eye, point, 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 and point. Next round are slides. Point and slide. Top of the forehead. Middle of the forehead, point and slide. Centre of the brow, point and slide. And now we're just going to do circles. This is your pet dressage. Okay, then we're going to do a little brow squeeze and a brow lift. Just be mindful not to get hold of the eyelids on this. It really is just the brow itself, and the brow along the brow bone. Okay, lifting at the medial edge of the eyebrow is a sinus point. And then I move down and along the nose and then come back into this large intestine 20, other sinus point, and I press. Swing round into the zygomatic arch, little pet dressage here, forming the attachment of the masseter. I drop down into the masseter. Like, if you're a grinder or a clencher, this can be really tight. And if you can't find it, if you get yourself lost or you're too far forward or too far back, ask your client to clench their teeth. Then clench their jaw, and that will pop up. Coming up to the jaw, little lifts, lifts and lifts, or you can do bigger lift, whatever you like really. If you're a facialist and you've got other moves, you can do those. Coming round to the ears, Little coin rubs of the ears. Little squeeze at the lobe, and then I'm going to do some deportment all around the face. Come to the temple, little rub here and off. So I've put the towel over my client's shoulders, and first of all I've taken her hair out of the ponytail and I'm just going to zhuzh it out. Nice little technical word of zhuzhing. Okay, so the finger combing is our head effleurage, or our hair effleurage, so lots of combing through, and it's as you would connect with an effleurage. The first thing is a scalp lift. I'm going to squeeze from back to front, squeeze and lift just at the side, squeeze, just pressure and lift, again squeeze and lift. The next thing I'm going to do is a vigorous movement, and I'm going to get my hand right into the scalp underneath, so not over like that, that's too superficial. It needs to be right in underneath, and it's vigorous. I'm using my fingertips, not my nails. Coming up to the side here. Really nice and vigorous and strong, stimulating the scalp on both sides. I'm going to move through it just a bit quicker just because of the video, but you can really lavish your client. Heel of the hand waving is my hand goes right in under the occipital ridge, and I'm just waving using the heel of my hand under the occipital ridge. Floppy wrist there, both sides. And then I'm going to straighten out before I do my next thing. So again, like we would do in an effleurage, you would straighten out as a connecting move as well. And then we're going to go in for a deep scalp. Front and back. So I do this front and back from one side, and then I would change and do it the other, because in this configuration I've got my fingertips over this side and my thumb here, doing a nice deep conditioning scalp massage. Shake it out, and again I'll do it a little bit longer, coming with my back to the camera, but I would do the other side, and that way your fingers are over this side and then your thumbs here. And then once I've done that, so lots of that, really enjoy, and we could have that all day long. So, and then straighten out again before we come to the next, which is scrunching. Whole hand in at the scalp, slowly close and clench your fist. Has to be close at the scalp, otherwise it feels a little bit like having your hair pulled. So this is scrunching or hair pulling, but it has to be close to the scalp. Double hair scrunching is nice as well. So if somebody hasn't got long hair and they've got short hair, or you're working on a man, you can do little scrunches, which is called tweaking. So with shorter hair, and you can do little hair pulls like tweaking. Otherwise, we're then going to move on to plucking. Make sure this is strong. You can do flicks. And then again, straighten the hair out. Straighten the hair out. Then we're going to come on to our packing. All around the halo. And then champing. Tabla, raindrops, whatever. Let this be strong as well. Straighten out. Straighten out. So I've just done this a little bit quicker just for the video, so that it's not loads of time watching. It just goes through each technique. But you want the whole thing to be half an hour.